Welcome back to another episode of Real Trailer Life. Thank you for joining us. Today we are taking you on another part of our epic Alaska journey from the Matsu Valley and near Talkeetna all the way down to Seward. We're talking wildlife, waterfalls, glaciers, mountains, and epic drive. So buckle up, this is gonna be a good one. So we wrapped up our incredible stay near Talkeetna, still buzzing from the views that we had of Denali that we were so blessed to see. We packed up the F350, we hooked it up to the Brinkley Z3100, and we started to head to the Kenai Peninsula.
The weather was perfect, crisp air, sunshine peeking through the clouds, and the next adventure calling our names.
You know, the roads were mostly good from the campground in Matsu all the way through Anchorage. You know, it was so beautiful driving along the Turnagain Lake until we hit Tern Lake Junction. And that's where the roads really started to narrow. They became extremely bumpy, and we were so glad that we have the Kurt Touring coil suspension.
We arrived at the Seward Military Resort, and wow, what a little gem this park is. Now, the sites were kind of close together in some of the areas, but you're surrounded by mountains, trees, a lot of green grass. It was a perfect base camp for the week's day trip adventures that we had planned. Our first day trip we took was to the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. This is a sanctuary dedicated to preserving Alaska's wildlife through conservation, education, research, and of course, quality care of the animals. It was priced at about $48 with a military discount for the two of us. We did get to see elk, reindeer, bison, moose, caribou,
grizzly bears,
muskox.
It was an amazing adventure.
Some of the areas you would take photos through a fence. Other areas you were up higher, like on a platform, so it made photographing the animals easier.
But I was able to capture some pretty amazing photos of those animals.
You can drive through this park or you can walk it. We chose to walk it.
And then what came next was not planned. We are talking Whittier. As we were driving down the Seward Highway back towards Seward, we took a left and we went towards Whittier. We stopped at several spots along the way. We took pictures of glaciers along the road down there, and then came the tunnel. The tunnel is the Anton Anderson Memorial Tunnel, and this was built during World War II. It was built to withstand the extreme cold temperatures as well as winds up to 150 miles an hour. Now, we didn't really plan on this trip or do our research on this part of the trip before we got there. This is a one-lane road. Either a train is going through or cars are going through. And cars can only traverse in one direction at a time. So your timing has to be impeccable. Now on the website, you can go out and you can research and find out exactly what those times are, but it was like $13 round trip. Now this tunnel is 2.5 miles long and it takes about 6.5 minutes to traverse. But once you come out on the other side of the tunnel into Whittier, wow. Now this tunnel connects the towns of Portage, Alaska with Whittier, Alaska.
Whittier is a port town at the tip of Passage Canal, which is an offshoot of Prince William Sound. It is surrounded by mountains dropping straight into the ocean. It's popular for its scenery, for fishing, kayaking, sightseeing, hiking. It's only accessible by the tunnel, by boat, or by airplane. You can take the Byron Glacier hike, which is on the Whittier side of the tunnel. There are glaciers and waterfalls all over in this lush, beautiful green area.
The town does not have a very large population, but the amount of tourists that come through keep this town thriving. On day 56 of our Alaska journey, we loaded up our dogs into the F350 for day trip number 2, which was going down to Homer, Alaska. This drive was amazing. We stopped several places along the way to take photographs in small little towns. We were able to see so much. We passed through Soldotna, a vibrant little town that's really known for its fishing. And if you really want to know if it's good fishing, just ask our neighbors Steve and Jane from Bayport, where they take 3 trips every year to Alaska to go fishing for salmon. So then we continued down the road to Homer. Homer was just wow. The drive alone was worth the trip. The open views of Kachemak Bay, the volcanic mountains rising from the sea, the road curling along the coastline, and Homer is also known as the halibut fishing capital of the world.
You know, we love towns with soul, and Homer's got soul. There's art, fishing, wildlife, and scenery that's just postcard picture perfect. And you can't forget the salty dog. We took our dollar bill and marked it up with Real Trailer Life 2025 Brinkley 3531. And you can find that in the pool room, above the pool table, on a life preserver that's facing the window, if you want to go look for it. There is not much space left to put up a dollar bill. That bar is covered with it. You know, and the fun thing about it is they actually have cups on the table with black permanent magic markers and push pins.
Yeah, I wonder how many dollar bills are hanging in that place.
I don't know. On the way back to Seward, we took an unplanned drive to the scenic Skyline Drive overlook. This turned out to be a gorgeous 180-degree panoramic view of Kachemak Bay. There were glaciers there. Homer Spit was visible on the 3 volcanoes, Mount Augustine, Mount Iliamna, Mount Redoubt, and the Kenai Mountains.
On our 3rd day trip, we did this one without the dogs, and we went to Kenai Fjords National Park and Exit Glacier. Now, we got there, it was about 8 o'clock in the morning. The parking lot was almost empty, and we began the hike. Now, we chose to take the hike to the overlook rather than the hike that'll take you up to the Harding Ice Fields. The Harding Ice Fields hike is like 6 to 8 hours. We just did the overlook. I think that probably took us a better part of an hour and a half or 2 hours.
The hike itself had good elevation to it. It was 1.8 miles, but it was lovely, and nobody was there.
Yeah, and it's just so amazing, I mean, to see a glacier that close.
You know, there's something humbling about that whole experience. You're standing at the base of something that's thousands of years old. You feel pretty small, but yet very grateful. There also were marker points throughout the national park showing the glacier recession that was due to climate change. And you'd walk past them and you could see how it had receded over the years.
After we left Exit Glacier, we decided we were going to take a trip to downtown Seward. And our first stop was the visitor center for Kenai Fjords Exit Glacier, which is actually located in downtown Seward. We wanted to get our passbook stamped and get our national parks stickers so that we could put that in our book as well. Then we walked around the piers and we were looking at the different boats and checking everything out. We even saw a sea otter. And then we ate lunch at Ray's Waterfront Restaurant. Now, this is an iconic restaurant that has been around Seward for years and years.
Yeah, it was really good. You had a cod burger and I had some Seward salmon street tacos, and they were delish. And then we drove to Lowell's Creek Waterfall. It's a man-made waterfall. We got some photos of that. We drove to the end of Seward, which is Lowell's Point and Miller's Landing, and just kind of drove around, looked at the houses, the campgrounds that were there. A lot of the sites backed up towards the waterfront side, and I'm not sure if they all had electricity. For sure they didn't all have full hookups. We walked along the waterfront shore path. We didn't see any wildlife, but beauty. It's just beautiful drive, and we got to see the start of mile 0 of the Iditarod.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Just to be standing right where the Iditarod starts.
Yeah, and I love sled dogs.
Okay, let's talk about one of the coolest things that I have ever done in my life. And this was the fishing trip with J-Dock out of Seward. This is a small boat. I think they only allow 12 passengers on the boat. When you go out to J-Dock and you get on that boat, you take 2 hours to drive out onto Resurrection Bay. They drop the anchor, you start to fish, and the fish just kept coming. We caught halibut, we caught sablefish, we caught rockfish, and we caught a lot of Pacific cod. It's a 2-hour trip back, and we were out fishing for 7 hours, then it was a 2-hour trip back. So in all, it was an 11-hour trip on a boat with J-Dock. And when we got back, J-Dock staff, they cleaned our fish, they boxed it up for us. And I'll tell you what, if you want to take an epic fishing trip in Seward, I highly suggest the team and the crew at J-Dock. They are amazing. So another benefit to staying at the Seward Military Resort, this place is dedicated to fishing. They have one building that is specifically just for cleaning fish. They have another building where you can vacuum seal your fish. You have to buy the bags from them, and then you can leave the fish with the personnel. After purchasing a box from them, they will freeze it for 3 days, and then they will overnight it to the lower 48, and you pay half price of what it would cost to normally ship those fish back to the lower 48. That's just an amazing thing. Now, if you're staying at the military resort, this is a free service for using those buildings. If you're not staying there and you're a veteran, you can pay $10 and you can use those facilities there for $10 for the entire day. From magical forests to tunnels, to mountains, to glaciers, to wildlife, this was one portion of our epic Alaska journey that was amazing. And to top it off for me was that J-Dock fishing trip.
Next up, Glacier View and our 1-year Nomadiversary celebration. And we've got something fun coming up, so make sure you're subscribed.
If you enjoy this content, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you can get notifications when our next video comes out. This helps our channel grow, and if you would share it with your fellow RV friends, that would be awesome as well. And until next time, safe travels, stay adventurous, and keep living that real trailer life. Bye-bye.
See ya.